This feels weird. Hold on, don't be alarmed. I've slugged my face with Aquaphor to prepare to dye my hair. Why am I doing this? Well, let's ask the audience. Anyways, we have some smooth jazz in the background with Animal Crossing depictions in a little cafe. Incredible, I love it. I need to yap to somebody, and it looks like that's you guys. So take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. This is Tina with Arctic Fox Transylvania. Have you guys recently been feeling a lot of stuff? I don't know how to describe it. Sitting here, I think it's processing still. I'm like still processing trauma and stuff. Although you can write about it, you can journal and all this shit, like you can talk through it with people. You really can't get through it until you just live it. You know what I mean? I don't know if I liked that. Anyways. Boo, nobody liked that. I was just having weird feelings about myself, the place I'm in life. You ever feel like you've done as much as you could and it's like still not good enough? Am I gonna cry? I didn't think I was gonna cry. I don't know about you guys. You've probably had achievements of your own. You did a sport, or you were really good in school, or you are still in school and you're just doing your freaking best. Oh my gosh. Not the hoo-ha. I'm gonna put pants on. Shorts have been acquired. Nobody worry. Nobody fret. Thank you. Thank you. Hold your applause. Sectioned off my hair. Realized that I didn't really section off my hair, so now I gotta figure that out. I was cooking bacon this morning because I was having a slow morning, had a mindful little breakfast. Being very mindful, very demure. Oh god, okay. I know I'll probably just need this whole bottle. I need to trim my hair. I probably should have done that before I dyed it. Here we are. I'm not giving a shit. Sorry, I shouldn't cuss. Not ladylike. That's not very demure. Ah! I got black dye on my white ottoman just now. This is real life. Not focused on how I'm doing my hair at the moment. Okay, already got some dye on the face, classic. Where's my hairbrush? I need a comb. Art of dyeing hair. Lately, I've been thinking about how reading this book called Attached. My friend Emily lent it to me. Shout out Em, I love you. It's got me thinking about like the ways that I've handled my relationships throughout my lifetime, the ways that I've acted. I'm definitely out of line. If you've heard I'm crazy, you should probably believe it. And not proud of it at all. More aware and accepting of that time of my life and part of myself that I didn't love. Didn't love that person for a long time. That person being me, which is so sad. Now I'm learning to forgive and to love her. It's her first time here, you know, as this. My first time as this version of me. Figure it out as I go. I think we all are though, aren't we? Anyone else kind of feel like it's not really your first time? I've been here before, I just don't remember the steps. They don't really give you a handbook the second time around. Hopefully you remember something. Birthmark on my arm. Looks like a zombie bite, and I feel like in a past life I was infected by a zombie in an alternate universe. The way I'm doing my hair right now is probably giving y'all an aneurysm. It is for me. I'm just kind of doing it to it, you know. What else can I do besides just put it on there? Put it on there well, but that's besides the point. It'll get there. It looks really nice, to be honest. I've used this color, and I did their virgin pink on different strands 2 years ago when I chopped my hair off. Made it like a very Trix yogurty pinky purple towards the bottom. This is a purple / blue undertone, black I'd say. In my personal experience, oh god. Oh no, my face is itchy. Yeah. Woo. I feel like it's very human to do weird things like that. Your nose will get itchy. Legend has it, legend says. And you gotta believe everything you read on the internet, kids. Back to relationships. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always thinking about mortality and death. The beauty in it all just is the one constant there will always be. How there is no changing or cheating that at any point in time. Death is ready for you. He'll take you by the hand, bitch. By the neck. At times. But I think Grim is nice. I bet the Grim Reaper's great. Do you think he'd have nice light banter with you on the way down to hell, to the underworld? Walks you to the pearly gates with an ice cream cone and he's like, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry it happened that way. You were not meant to go on a lime scooter, but the semi-truck called for it. So, I know that was dark. Sorry if you know anyone that's been hit by a semi on a lime scooter. Oh god, ow, my neck just made a weird crickling sound. Team Jacob, even though he imprinted on a baby. A joke I like to make on a full moon, and you guys can steal this one. A full moon, and I look at it, it's full moon. I think I'm changing into a werewolf. I need to fucking imprint on this baby. So funny. Wow. He really ends up calling Edward Dad in the end, huh? How long do werewolves live for? I feel like that's something they didn't really implement in the lore. How long does that work for? And another thing about Twilight, how different would the world have been if they had chosen to fight anyway? Would have lost quite a few people, but they would have lost more. Would have changed the trajectory of the vampire world forever. Chose to just go back to your cottage while your daddy goes and he's a doctor. Good for you, Mr. Cullen. You built a family. Edward's building his own, but in a weird way. And mind you, the span of Twilight through Breaking Dawn, I think around 2, at most 2.5 years. No wonder Charlie didn't like his ass. Trauma. We should not divulge inside. Oh, okay. There's dye all over my face. Start checking what spots I'm missing. We're rubbing it on. A little mirror behind you guys that I've been looking at. I'll just move it. Ah! I got it from Five Below. It's okay if it gets dye on it. These things don't matter. It's just things. Think about life like it's just stuff. It's just stuff with things in it. Oh, there's dandruff flakes on my scalp. Don't look at them. Oh, okay. Okay. Giving myself like a 5 o'clock shadow. Perhaps we shouldn't divulge such information so publicly. I don't know where that came from. Whew. Working up my breath. I'm working up a sweat, but it's working up my breath. I guess it's just because I'm talking, I'm yapping so fucking much. Ow! And you know another thing about relationships that I thought about? I've tried to foster friendships with people who genuinely were not trying to be friends with me. Genuinely just did not have my back. I would say I'm a loyal friend. I say I'm a ride or fucking die. Like, you don't got money for food, you're still coming, I'm paying for your plate. You don't have coin to go out, like I'm buying your drinks. You don't feel safe in an Uber, I'll drive you home. If you need somewhere to stay, my place is always open. I have a 3-bedroom apartment now. Stay over here whenever, however long, as much as you need. It just makes me sad when people take advantage of that though. And you see that over time. Girls I'm buying lunches for would snatch something off my plate and then slap my hand away when I'm grabbing at their water bottle for a sip. I don't know, that makes me really sad to think about. The girls I used to really try so hard to be friends with genuinely would turn their backs on me just over their own opinions or whatever they thought they knew about me. It really sucks when you try your best. But it's also so rewarding sometimes because the group of friends that I have now I wouldn't trade for the entire fucking world. I know I can run to them with anything regardless if it's my friends that I met through volleyball, my friends that I met through school, my friends who I've met through other mutual friends. I have a really small circle and I'm really grateful for that because I'll be friendly to a lot of people but I won't say anymore that a lot of people are my friends. A mutual friend that I know, or you're just someone that a lot of times these days they're just people that I know. They're not necessarily my friends. And it's hard because, you know, at some point in time they were. Sometimes you feel like you have no one to blame but yourself, but then when you have such good, genuine people around you, it makes you really wonder, was I truly the problem? And the same kind of goes for romantic relationships too, in a weird way. Because it always makes you question yourself and wonder, was I the bad guy? I feel like in everyone's story I always am, which is kind of funny. If you're gonna make me the villain, then so fucking be it. I feel like Cassie is a very BPD coded character. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. I just feel like a lot of her actions and behaviors really are very similar to BPD reactions about. the way that she's like sporadic, moody, intense, sexually promiscuous, ways that are damaging to herself, low self-esteem, abandonment issues. We love our BPD girlies. Not me crying and then 4 seconds later doing a Euphoria quote. Oh god. Oh, okay. I've noticed in my personal romantic relationships, I am definitely a disorganized attachment style in a lot of my relationships overall. But I'm very damaged like cat and mouse. So I'm very avoidant to people who really want me, and then I'm very like anxious to people who don't want me. I don't know what I expected to happen. I don't know what I thought would happen there. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, at least I will get this dye off my leg. Oh, maybe not, even better. Okay, fantastic, excellent. Really like that for me. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. For this all to not come off. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Oh! Ripped straight fucking through that thing. Oh, it's all on my arm. Oh, okay. More dye on the leg. Perfect. This is not professional. Ah! That's why we aquaphor. Before we die, ladies. To wipe it off at some point. Maybe it's not all gonna be gone, but okay, that's fine. I'll deal with that. Sometimes you ever feel like in your romantic relationships, you know when you're doing it, when you're being anxious and when you're being avoidant. I feel like I do it all the time. It's so annoying because you crave closeness with a person. You want to be close to someone so bad, but then you push away people who want that with you, and then you chase that with people who don't want that with you. Because whenever someone's showing you that they are readily available to give you the love and care and security that you've always needed, we want to run from it. And it's like, why? Where else are you going? To the person who won't answer your texts? That's crazy. Consider me certified. I think it's kind of sad. I've definitely done that to people before. They're like, I'm ready to give you whatever you want in life. Thought we were just kind of cool, you know? No, I'm literally in love with you. I don't know if you are. I don't know. I don't know if y'all feel that at all. That's kind of a random thought, random thing in my brain. I thought I could say, oh, okay, just keep wiping more of your hair on your arms. That's exactly what you need to do when you're wiping them off. Yeah, perfect. Really good. I have animosity optimism. Yeah, really good. Good job knowing someone's doing it really wrong and like really not well. No, that's fine. That's really good actually. That's perfect. Ooh. Wipe all this shites off my face. I hope I've gotten all my hair. I haven't really like rubbed through it anymore. I'm not planning to. Now we play the waiting game. Has anyone else thought about how depictions of like toxic relationships were really glorified though throughout our childhood, and how we were supposed to look up to those and be like, wow, that's amazing, I want that. Has anyone thought about how that down the road affected young impressionable people and their expectations of relationships? I guess that also depends on what media you're exposing yourselves and your children to though. That's why I don't know if I want to have kids. Everyone always says, when you meet the right person, then you'll know. Is that true? It's not true. The cost of just being alive, it's a lot. When society is society, the society that we live in, 40-hour work weeks, 2 days off of 7 days. I don't know, I would want a better life for them than this. And the ironic thing is, like, my parents came here, like their families came here to give their kids, us, a better life. And sometimes I feel really guilty for saying things like that. That's what they did. They came here to give us a better life. And if a better life is me dyeing my hair and cutting it by myself on a Thursday, I don't know. I feel like I'm scared that I'm taking their sacrifice. How do I say that? I feel like I'm taking their sacrifice in vain sometimes. In a way that's arguably either right or wrong, depends on your perspective, but sometimes I worry that I'm not doing enough. You know, that my bachelor's degree wasn't enough, that not being married or having kids by 26 isn't enough. Not wanting to go back to school yet isn't enough. Not continuing to do education or whatever is expected of me, I don't know. The fact that I don't have a corporate job right now isn't enough. I feel like my parents understand that we live in very different times now. I feel like it still holds the same expectation that it did before anyways. So that's the hard part. This jazz is kind of loud. Do you guys think so? Ooh. Just did something to my back. Ugh. Hey. How you doing? Oh. I knew that might have been a mistake. I think my hair dye just touched the freaking couch. Sometimes I feel annoyed with myself because during COVID, I feel like there was a good excuse to not do shit and to not push myself harder, I guess, in what I was doing. I mean, I just feel like for the past 2 or 3 years since then, I haven't been able to re-enter into society as normally as I used to. I'll still go out on occasion and stuff, like it's still fun, don't get me wrong, but it's hard for me to want to do anything anymore. Maybe you could account that to being lazy or whatever. That's a weird thing I was thinking of. Well, I cried and now I kind of feel weird about it. It's kind of unusual that I can just sit here in silence with a camera and like also talk to it and feel like you guys are just hanging out with me. We're just here, we're just around. Honestly, I'm worried that I wasn't meant to amount for more. I'm trying to think of the fact that my life is still just kind of starting. I feel like that's getting older. I mean, obviously it's getting older. It's older than I was. The oldest I'll ever be at this point in time. It's also the youngest I'll ever be at this point in time. Isn't age just an anomaly? Life and death and all the great things in between. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna start watching a movie. I made myself kind of sad talking about stuff.